All right, so today we're gonna do fast food.
Vegan style.
Always.
So no guilty feelings about supersizing or seconds.
Yeah, we're gonna do a hot dog with peppers and onions, and you're gonna make a hamburger?
I'm making a double-double drive-through burger. So for all you carnivores out there who aren't sure if these are actually gonna taste good, we're gonna prove it to you by taking it to the streets. All right, enough talking. Roberto, why don't you start cooking?
Yeah, I'll go
Make us your
first.
dog.
I'll go first. So here's the hot dog that we're gonna use. It's like more like a sausage. It's field roast, really yummy stuff. And we're gonna char up some peppers and onions to throw on top. And this is a fun way to do the pepper too. I like it. We like lay it down and there we go. Then we're just gonna chop these up. And my grill pan's getting hot too, so that's great.
I come from an Italian family, and what I've done is put the grilled peppers and onions on a crostini. I'm excited to try it on a hot dog. Why not step it up?
Absolutely. Chop these bad boys up, throw them in, add a little oil. I like to use safflower oil. You can use canola oil. The reason I use a safflower oil is it does get a little bit hotter, so it kind of speeds up the charring process. And that charring, the charring on the onions, the charring on the peppers is what draws out the sugar. We're just gonna give it a little toss. You don't have to overthink it because it's all going in the pan. We're gonna crank this sucker up. Just a little bit of salt, some fresh ground black pepper, and that is it. Here we go. That's it. Throw it in, done. And then we just let that go about 15 minutes, and it'll like cook down to a nice little condiment. And while this is cooking, we'll get our sausages out.
So what are your hot dogs made out of?
These are made out of seitan, basically.
Okay.
It's like a vital wheat gluten. It's the protein that's in bread, right? And then it has all these yummy stuff that normal sausage would have. Peppers, eggplant, fennel seed, garlic, spices, that kind of thing.
That sounds good.
Yeah, totally. They're made in Seattle. They're all over the country. You can get them at Whole Foods and health food stores, but they also have them like at Target and other places.
Wow.
And you can see how these are coming along. It takes about 10, 12 minutes, maybe a little longer depending on how hot your grill gets or your pan gets. All right, so we got our peppers all charred up. The onions are charred. It's nice and condimenty. It's come down. See all these little bits in here? We're gonna scrape all that stuff out. A little bit of salt, a little more fresh ground pepper. We season it in the beginning, especially with the salt, to draw out some of the moisture. At the end, it's more for the flavor. Just throw these bad boys down on here. And that's really just to heat them through, maybe char them up a little bit, get a little bit of that carbon going on. And that's that. Then the next thing we're gonna do is just toast the bread. And that really just softens up the bread.
When I was in college, I tied for first a veggie dog eating contest.
No way.
Against a boy. Yeah.
How many did you eat?
8 veggie dogs in a half hour.
With the
Whole
bread?
wheat buns, like huge whole wheat buns.
Oh my
So,
God. So
you better make another batch of these for me, Forrest.
So you can throw them down, huh?
You know what? I like the way you cut the dogs in half. That's
Yeah.
really nice, especially for people who don't want like a huge hot dog. So how long do you grill the bun?
Just until they're, depending on the heat, but probably a minute or two, just until you get them nice and toasty. It's just to get them nice and warm and good to go. And look, they are. And they're like falling apart, but that's a good thing, you know what I mean? And we put them all back together anyways in the bun. And look at these bad boys. I did tops and bottoms, nice and toasted, and that's good. See, then they're nice, so soft, you know? All right, there we go. So let's put this bad boy together. So easy. So we're gonna do it face up. That's it. And then we're just gonna throw in some of this loveliness, some peppers.
These look so good.
So there we go.
Wow.
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
Oh, it's a monster. Normally I would think this would be like too much for you to, but you ate what, 8 in a contest? I think you can handle
put
this.
my money where my mouth is.
Yeah, for sure.
Thank you. Should I cool down a little?
Maybe you should.
Go for it?
Yeah.
This looks so good. All right.
Yeah, she likes it. You're gonna love it.
Oh, real good. Real good. Now it's time for my double-double.
I can't wait.
I'm so excited. This is my favorite burger. Why don't you start by helping me saute some onions?
Okay.
A lot of times in fast food burgers, everyone knows it's the fat, right? That gives it that flavor that everyone loves. It's the animal fat. So I like to instead add some sauteed onions. It gives it that same moisture.
Nice.
So you won't miss the meat.
Okay, cool.
Well, I'm gonna show you how to make my special sauce.
Okay.
My secret ingredient is tofu.
Okay.
Don't get scared. Tofu actually is a great substitute. I just add about 2/3 cup to a blender.
And that's soft tofu?
Soft tofu, yeah.
Okay.
So it blends up and it makes a really nice creaminess.
That makes up for the mayo?
Subs the mayo.
Right on.
All right, so here's the deal for the special sauce. We've got soft tofu. We're gonna add a tablespoon of agave, about 3 tablespoons of ketchup, 2, 3, there we go. A tablespoon of mustard.
Great.
A little bit more, why not? All right, a whole clove of garlic,
Right
raw. Yum, yum, yum. And a half teaspoon of salt. Can't forget the salt. And we're just gonna blend it up. And just sit and wait while it blends because you want it really smooth. You don't want any sort of pieces in it. Here is how it looks when it comes out. Really nice and smooth, just like a Thousand Island dressing.
Yeah, that looks perfect.
Great. We're gonna add some chopped dill.
Ooh, nice touch.
And a little bit of relish, maybe like a tablespoon. And then just toss that together. See?
Oh, absolutely. That's like a really good Thousand Island right there.
Okay, but don't you want to wait till it's on the burger?
Oh. All right, so are these onions the way you like them?
These are great, yeah. So they're soft and they're browned. Perfect. Let's toss a little garlic in with them.
Absolutely.
And then let that cook 1 or 2 more minutes.
Okay,
You can
cool.
Stir it around. So while you do that, I'm gonna get started on the meat of the burger. Our main ingredient
Okay.
is tempeh. Tempeh is a fermented soy product. Tempeh is so easy to work with. I've steamed the tempeh, and what that does is it gets out the naturally bitter flavor.
Okay.
And it's really high in protein and really high in fiber, so it's a great substitute for meat, and it's all
Awesome.
natural. So this is wonderful. So I've steamed the tempeh. I'm gonna just toss it in the food processor, and then I'm gonna add some lentils. I just used a can of lentils, and
Okay.
I rinsed them and drained them. Easy, so easy. Dump it in. Lentils add extra protein and body to the burger. It also gives it that nice brown color. And then I'm gonna add some walnuts.
Yeah, that throws me off. I wasn't expecting that.
Nuts can actually be also a great meat substitute if you're trying to cook vegan because they have that thick, nutty, meaty quality to them.
A little
It
fattiness
works.
too.
Has the fat,
Right on.
exactly. I'm gonna add a little bit of flour to bind it together.
Okay.
And if you wanna make this gluten-free, you could use gluten-free flour.
Right on.
And then just for some seasoning, we're gonna do a teaspoon of basil, a teaspoon of ground black pepper, and a teaspoon of salt.
Wow, this is super easy, huh? It's just
That's
like all
it.
dump and go.
Dump, dump, dump in the food processor, pulse it up, and you've got your burger meat,
Awesome.
and no animals were harmed in the process.
Exactly.
Just keep pulsing. All right, so let's add our onion garlic mixture.
Okay, here we go.
Thank you, Roberto. So if you have a smaller food processor at home, you can work in batches and just do half the mixture at a time. I'm gonna go for it all at once, see if it fits. It does make a lot of burgers. So
it looks like
it's
it.
a big mixture. All right, so let's scrape down the sides and just make sure that everything gets incorporated, that the walnuts get finely ground, and you really can't go wrong here.
And some of the onions are still like together and stuff. That's cool.
Fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just want to make sure that the walnuts and the tempeh gets ground up. But if there's some pieces, it's all going to cook in the end, so it doesn't really matter. Perfect. All right, we're good. So we're ready to make some patties.
Okay, right on.
To form the patties, I'm going to measure it out with an ice cream scoop.
Nice.
That way the patties will all be uniform. I'll give it a more professional fast food look.
Should I turn this pan on, get it hot?
Yeah, let's get that pan hot. Let's
Okay.
add a little bit of oil.
Right on.
And I just like to use my hands. It's about 1/4 cup of the burger mixture, so you could measure it with a measuring cup if you want.
Can I make one?
Yeah, go
All
for
right.
it.
Let's get in here.
Dig in. And then I just kind of flatten it out. Done. Easy.
Oh yeah, this texture's cool.
And if you want, you know, you could do minis, you could do them big. It depends what the size of your bun is. And this looks about right for us.
For sure. Is this good?
Perfect.
Okay.
Beautiful. All right, let's fry up these patties. Lay
All
them
right.
on. So I'm a California girl. I grew up with In-N-Out, and the big thing there is the DoubleDouble burgers. But I thought, why not try making them vegan,
Way
right?
to go. Yeah, that's a challenge.
Yeah, so all you need is 2 burger patties, a bun in the middle, and we're gonna stack it up really high. It's gonna be a big old bruiser of a burger.
Nice, nice.
Take a look at this. It's beautiful. It's like crispy. It looks just like a meat burger patty, I think.
I think it looks great. Absolutely. All right, so I have some onion in my kitchen.
All right, I'll grab the tomato and the lettuce. Let's turn this into a double-double.
All right.
All right, I'm ready to build it.
Okay, let's build it. So here's some onions for you.
Okay, so we're gonna start with a bottom bun, and I've already toasted these. We're gonna stack 1 burger patty on top. Slather some of that sauce on top.
Oh, right
of it,
on.
Would you?
Okay. Like that.
Beautiful. I'm gonna go for some tomatoes, some onion. Let's just have fun. A little bit of lettuce, and let's build our second
Oh my God. So
bottom
you put
bun.
tomato and lettuce
A second bottom
in between
bun.
the buns?
Yeah, why not?
Okay.
Okay.
What?
There we go. Now let's go for our second patty. Give me some more special sauce.
Okay. There we go. This is gonna be embarrassing. All right, here we go. Holy Moses. So I do the smash technique,
Okay.
so you can get it in there.
Okay.
All right. Oh my God. That's like I'm eating a burger. This is like so,
Good.
this is awesome.
Good.
This is so good.
For this recipe and more, click below, and don't forget to subscribe to YouTube's Hungry channel. All right, let's take these to the streets.
Yeah, I cannot wait to see how people react to these things.
Hi, excuse me, sir. My name
Hey,
is
how are
Chloe.
you?
What's your name?
My name's John Scudder. Nice
John,
to meet
I'm
you.
sorry to interrupt you while you're enjoying your French fries, but I had a proposition for you.
What? What'd that be?
Well, I've got a double-double drive-thru burger that I made. I'm a chef, and I was wondering if you could taste it and tell our viewers what you think of it.
Wow, if I get my mouth around this thing.
I know, it's kind of it's a Whopper.
Yeah, you're telling me. Wow. Chloe, this is really good.
We're chefs, and we were wondering if you would try our burgers and hot dogs and tell us what you think before you start on your
We
lunch.
noticed you got a dog, you got a burger, so yeah.
Yeah. I
We're
mean,
both
this
chefs.
one's double
This is-
decker.
This is a
legit.
double-decker.
It's better than
Here,
mine.
I can hold yours for
You
you
made it in
if
a
you want.
professional
Sure.
kitchen,
Thank
not
you
like,
so
you know,
much.
my
Thank you.
bathroom or anything.
So just be honest. Let us know what you think.
Okay. I can even
Thank
bite
you
this.
so much. It just kind of squish it down.
It's really good.
Oh, wow.
Thank you.
The peppers
Oh,
are
wow.
really
Good?
That's
like
amazing.
charred.
Uh-huh.
I got some in my beard. That's good.
Good. I'm so glad you like it.
Where did you
It's
get
good.
these
It's like
patties?
salty and peppery and like kind of
Well,
garlicky.
actually,
Yeah.
they're vegan.
Awesome.
It's
both
good.
of these
what kind
are
of,
totally
is that like a
vegan.
sausage or what is this?
Yeah, it's a
Yeah.
totally vegan sausage.
Wait, it's vegan?
Vegan, the bun is vegan, most buns are. Yeah, no butter, nothing.
There's no meat in this?
There's
No.
no meat in that.
What?
no.
So let me ask you guys something. Do you think you'd ever order these over what you guys had already ordered for lunch?
I mean, if I knew it was going to taste like this, probably.
That is the best news. Thank you guys.
These are awesome.